Good morning. I wanted to get you guys to want to like interact with me, essentially question me about what you want to see. And what I mean by that is don't be broad. Like, hey, well, what are your policies? That's too broad right now. Why do I say that? I say that because we kind of already have an oligarchy going on. A few people make decisions, a few rich, wealthy, influential people make decisions for the many, right? And we never really get to ask those questions. So you need to be very direct when you ask a question. It needs to be really direct so that your candidate that wants to represent you can start to answer you directly and actually have to delve into looking into what your problems are. And you want to be able to do this before your candidate gets to a place where they can't answer you particularly directly. I.e., I have a small following right now, so it's very important if you are in Florida to want to ask very direct, focal questions. Make your candidates work and educate themselves in the things that are bothering you. I do have my own outlook on different things, but that's really not where my governance wants to be. My governance wants to be where I can help the majority. And in doing that, I need to make sure that I'm asking individuals like yourselves who look at these videos to say, okay, this is a problem I'm having right now in Florida. What can you do to provide relief in this area? And allow, me to bring back those answers and actually start to show you, that there are maybe legal statutes that have to be overcome, that you may not have looked into. And you may not have time, but your candidate, I will make time to answer those type of questions and go and do the research to figure out what resources I'm going to need that can effectively meet your needs or requirements. And some of your questions may be something that is affecting a good bit of people, and that's the idea, to create a realm where socialism and capitalism can coexist in a healthy, regulated manner. The purpose of government and governance is to regulate things. So allow me to educate myself in the things that you want to see regulated or that you believe may need some form of government legislation to kind of push it in the right direction. We may have to change laws. We may have to vote at the state level to change things. And when we do make those changes, there may be outside entities to the state that apply sanctions on the state, because this will have a trickle effect. Reformation has a trickle effect. It doesn't matter which direction it goes, whether it's helping the majority, which will inevitably maybe not help those people who lobby to have some of these legislative things put into effect today. So it is important that when you see something, that you take out the time to do those things. Do not allow your representatives to continue to sit in office and you've never had an opportunity to question them. Questioning your representatives should not just be held to a media in which society today is understanding that it's being also driven not by the thought processes of the many, but by the thought processes of the few. So there are a lot of questions that do not get asked to your representatives. So by the time they get into these seats, we don't know which direction they're choosing, but we understand that right now, holistically, they did not choose a direction for the majority.